You're suffocating me, Ryan. You're too desperate. It's exhausting. Those were my wife's words when I showed up at her apartment on our anniversary with flowers. I'd been trying to save our marriage for 2 years. 2 years of rejection, humiliation, and sleeping alone while she went out with other men. That night, I stopped trying. I blocked her number, filed for divorce, started living for myself. And that's when everything changed. Ryan, please, we need to talk. I made a mistake. Ryan, I can't live without you. Ryan, I love you. Please come back. For 2 years, I begged her to love me. She called me pathetic. Now she was doing the begging. But this time, I wasn't answering. This is the story of what happened when I finally quit chasing my wife, and she realized too late that she'd lost the best thing in her life. Chapter 1: The Final Attempt. I stood outside Elena's apartment door at midnight, white roses in my hand, her favorite. My fingers trembled as I knocked, and I hated myself for still feeling nervous around my own wife. The door opened. Elena stood there in silk pajamas, her expression shifting from surprise to annoyance in half a second. Ryan, what are you doing here? It's our anniversary, I said, holding out the flowers. I thought maybe we could. I told you I needed space. She didn't take the roses. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You're suffocating me. I heard laughter from inside her apartment. Female laughter. Vanessa, are they talking about me? I asked quietly. Elena sighed, not denying it. Ryan, you need to go. Can we just talk? 5 minutes. I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of you showing up like this, desperate and... She stopped herself, but the damage was done. Desperate, I repeated. That's what I am to you? That's not what I... Whose jacket is that? I pointed past her to the leather jacket draped over her couch. I'd never seen it before, and it definitely wasn't mine. Elena's jaw tightened. That's none of your business. None of my business? I'm your husband. Are you, though? She crossed her arms. Because you don't feel like my husband. You feel like someone who won't leave me alone. The words hit me like physical blows. I'd spent 2 years trying to save our marriage. 2 years of therapy suggestions she ignored, date nights she canceled, conversations she shut down. Elena, please. I love you. I know you do. She said it like it was a problem. That's the issue, Ryan. You love me too much, and it's exhausting. From inside, I heard Vanessa call out, Elle, is everything okay? Yeah, just give me a second. Elena yelled back, then lowered her voice. You need to leave. Now. When can we talk? I don't know. Maybe never. Maybe I just need you to stop trying so hard. She started closing the door. I put my hand against it, not forcefully, just desperately. I've been trying for 2 years. What else do you want from me? I want you to let me breathe. She pushed the door, and I let my hand fall. I want you to stop being so pathetic. The door slammed. I stood there, staring at the white paint, flowers still in my hand. From inside, I heard Vanessa's voice, muffled but clear enough. Was that Ryan again? Girl, you need to just end it. This is getting sad. Elena's response was quieter, but I caught it. I know. I don't know how to make him stop. Something inside me broke. Not my heart. That had been breaking for 2 years. Something deeper. Something that had been holding me together. I looked down at the white roses. $60 I couldn't really afford. I set them carefully on her doormat, stood up and walked away. For the first time in 2 years, I didn't look back. Chapter 2. The Decision. I woke up the next morning on my couch. I'd passed out there after walking for 3 hours. My phone had 17 missed calls from Elena and twice as many texts. I didn't read them. I made coffee, sat at my tiny kitchen table and called Marcus. Do you know what time it is? He groaned. I need you to file divorce papers. Silence. Then, are you serious? Completely. Ryan, you've been trying to. I'm done trying. Can you do it or not? I heard shuffling, like he was sitting up. Yeah, I can do it. Are you okay? I'm better than I've been in 2 years. What happened? I told him about last night. When I finished, Marcus let out a long breath. It's about time, man. I'll have papers drawn up by Monday. Thanks. After we hung up, I started going through my apartment like a man possessed. Every photo of Elena went into a box. The wedding album. The little gifts she'd given me early in our relationship when she actually cared. The coffee mug that said "World's Best Husband" that she'd bought as a joke. All of it. Into boxes. My phone buzzed. Elena, where are you? We need to talk. I blocked her number. Then I blocked her on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. I didn't need to see her face anymore. My sister Lily called around noon. Did you block Elena? She asked immediately. How did you? She called me freaking out. Said you won't answer her. What happened? I'm done, Lily. I'm actually done this time. Oh, thank God. She sounded relieved. I was hoping you'd say that. You know I love you. But watching you chase her was painful. Why didn't you tell me to stop? I did. Multiple times. You weren't ready to hear it. She was right. I'd been so deep in denial, thinking if I just tried harder, loved her more, eventually Elena would remember why she married me. I'm proud of you, Lily said softly. What are you going to do now? I looked at my reflection in the black TV screen. I'd lost weight from stress, had dark circles under my eyes, looked 10 years older than 29. I'm going to find myself again. That evening, I joined a gym. The guy at the front desk tried to sell me on personal training. Just a membership, I said. You got a goal in mind? I thought about Elena's face when she called me pathetic. Yeah, I want to remember who I was before I lost myself. He smiled like he understood. Best reason I've heard all week. Chapter 3, Radio Silence. 3 weeks passed. I didn't contact Elena once. I was at the gym on a Wednesday evening, halfway through a set of bench presses, when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I knew it was her. I ignored it. The phone buzzed 7 more times that night. Different unknown numbers. Elena was trying every way she could to reach me. I blocked them all. At work, my coworker Sarah knocked on my cubicle wall. You look different, she said. Different how? I don't know. Lighter? You've been killing it lately. Daniel noticed too. I shrugged. Just focusing on work. Well, whatever you're doing, keep it up. You seem happier. It was true. Without the constant emotional drain of trying to save my marriage, I had energy for other things. I'd taken on 3 projects I'd been avoiding, volunteered to lead a new initiative, and actually enjoyed coming to work. The next day, my boss Daniel called me into his office. Close the door, he said. I sat down, wondering if I was in trouble. I'm offering you the senior developer position. It comes with a 30% raise and a team of 4. I blinked. The position you gave to Jake 6 months ago? Jake's moving to another company. The position's open and you're my first choice. You've been on fire lately. I'll take it. Daniel smiled. Just like that. Just like that. That weekend, Marcus convinced me to go out for drinks. We were at a downtown bar when I saw Vanessa walk in. She spotted me immediately and, after a moment of hesitation, walked over. Ryan. Hey. Vanessa. I kept my voice neutral. Can I talk to you for a second? Marcus raised an eyebrow at me. I shrugged. Vanessa sat down, looking uncomfortable. Elena's been asking about you. Okay. That's it? Okay. What do you want me to say? She wants to know why you haven't called or texted. She's worried. I took a sip of my beer. Tell her I've moved on. Vanessa looked genuinely shocked. You're serious? Completely. Ryan. She didn't think you'd actually. She thought you'd come back after a few days like you always do. That's the problem, isn't it? She thought I'd always be there. But you love her. I did. Past tense. Vanessa fidgeted with her phone. She's really messed up about this. She cries all the time. That's unfortunate. You don't care at all? I looked at her directly. Vanessa, I begged my wife for 2 years to love me back. I showed up, I tried, I did everything I could think of. She called me pathetic and told me to leave her alone. So I did. If she's upset now, that's not my problem anymore. Vanessa stood up slowly. She made a mistake. Yeah, she did. And now she has to live with it. After she left, Marcus clinked his beer against mine. That was cold, man. Was it? No. He grinned. It was perfect. Chapter 4, Her First Crack. 6 weeks after I stopped chasing Elena, I had dinner with Amy, an old college friend who'd recently moved back to town. So you're telling me you're actually divorced? Amy asked, twirling pasta on her fork. Papers are filed. Just waiting on the finalization. How do you feel? Honestly? Free. Amy smiled. Good for you. You deserve someone who actually... She stopped mid-sentence, looking past me. Her expression shifted to concern. Don't look now, but I think your ex just walked in. Of course I looked. Elena stood at the hostess stand with a man beside her. Tall, expensive suit, slicked back hair. Derek. I recognized him from Elena's Instagram before I blocked her. Some finance guy she'd claimed was just a friend. Elena saw me. Her face went pale, and she froze completely. I turned back to Amy. So you were saying? About the gallery? Ryan, she's staring at you. Let her. Amy grinned. I like this version of you. We continued our conversation about her new art gallery. I genuinely enjoyed talking to Amy. No drama, no emotional landmines, just two old friends catching up. But I could feel Elena's eyes on me the entire meal. When the waiter brought our check, I stood to leave. Elena suddenly stood too, so abruptly she knocked her water glass over. As I walked past her table, she accidentally stepped into my path. Ryan. Her voice was soft, almost pleading. Elena, can we talk? Please. Derek was looking at his phone, oblivious. About what? I asked calmly. About us. About everything. There is no us. You made that pretty clear. I didn't mean, Marcus sent me divorce papers, Ryan. You can't be serious about that. I've never been more serious about anything in my life. Her eyes were filling with tears. But we're married. Not for much longer. Ryan, please. I made a mistake. I just needed space to figure things out. And now you have all the space you need. Derek finally looked up. Elena, are you coming back? She ignored him, grabbing my arm. Don't do this. We can fix it. I gently removed her hand. There's nothing to fix. You told me you wanted me to stop trying, so I did. This is what you asked for. I didn't think you'd actually. What? Leave? Did you think I'd chase you forever? Amy appeared beside me. Ryan, you ready? Elena looked between us, something like panic crossing her face. Who is she? A friend. Goodbye, Elena. I walked away. Behind me, I heard Elena and Derek starting to argue, but I didn't look back. In the parking lot, Amy let out a low whistle. That was intense. Yeah. She really thought you'd wait for her forever, didn't she? Yeah, she did. That night, my apartment buzzer rang at 11 p.m. I pressed the intercom. Who is it? Ryan, please. It's me. Let me up. Elena. Her voice was thick with crying. What do you want? To talk. To explain. I didn't think you'd actually leave me. I thought we were just taking a break. A break? Elena, you had another man's jacket on your couch. Silence. That's what I thought, I said. Go home. I need you, Ryan. Please. 2 months ago, hearing those words would have had me running to open the door. Now I just felt tired. You had 2 years to need me. You made it very clear you didn't. Good night, Elena. I released the button and turned off the intercom. She buzzed 12 more times. I ignored everyone. Chapter 5. The Truth Surfaces. My sister called me at 7 a.m. on a Saturday. Elena contacted me, Lily said without preamble. And she's begging me to convince you to talk to her. She says she's falling apart. That's not my problem. I know. But Ryan, she sounded really bad. She said Derek broke up with her because she wouldn't stop talking about you. I poured coffee, feeling nothing. Okay. Okay? That's all you have to say. What do you want me to say, Lily? I don't know. You loved this woman for years. Don't you feel anything? I thought about it honestly. No, I don't. Is that wrong? No, Lily said softly. It's not wrong. It's just different. You've really let her go, haven't you? Completely. That afternoon, I went to a company dinner. Sarah invited me and a few other coworkers. It wasn't a date, just colleagues grabbing food, but it was nice to be social. I posted a photo of our group at the restaurant. The first thing I'd posted on social media in months. Within an hour, Elena commented, "We need to talk. Please, this isn't like you." I deleted the comment and restricted her account. Marcus texted me. "She signed the divorce papers today. Saw her at the courthouse. She looked miserable. Cried the whole time." "Good," I replied. Then I put my phone away and enjoyed my evening. That night, an unexpected call came through. Elena's mother, Claire. "Ryan, we need to talk." "Mrs. Peterson. How are you?" "Don't Mrs. Peterson me. What are you doing to my daughter?" "Divorcing her." "Which she agreed to." "She made a mistake, Ryan. She realizes that now." "Can't you forgive her?" I leaned back on my couch. "Mrs. Peterson, I forgave Elena every day for 2 years. I forgave her for canceling dates, ignoring my calls, spending holidays without me, making me feel like I was worthless. I'm done forgiving." "But she loves you." I laughed, and it sounded bitter even to me. "No. She loves the idea of someone loving her unconditionally. She loves having someone chase her. But she doesn't love me. She never did." "That's not true. She's devastated. Because she lost control. Not because she lost me. There's a difference. You're being cruel. I'm being honest. Your daughter spent 2 years being cruel to me while I begged for scraps of affection. Now that I've stopped begging, she suddenly cares? That's not love, Mrs. Peterson. That's ego. I can't believe you'd throw away your marriage." "I didn't throw it away. She did. She threw it away every time she chose someone else over me. Every time she made me feel small. Every time she treated me like an inconvenience. I just finally stopped picking it up." Claire was quiet for a long moment. "I thought you loved her." "I did. Past tense. And that's the saddest part. She had someone who loved her completely, and she destroyed it because she thought I'd always be there. Now I'm not. And that's something she'll have to live with." I hung up. My phone rang again immediately. I turned it off. Chapter 6. Her desperation. The divorce was finalized on a Tuesday. Marcus took me out for drinks to celebrate. "How does it feel?" he asked. "Light. Like I've been carrying a backpack full of rocks for 2 years and finally put it down. No regrets. None." That weekend was Amy's gallery opening. She'd invited me weeks ago, and I'd promised to come support her. The gallery was beautiful. White walls, modern art, sophisticated crowd. I was admiring a painting when Amy appeared beside me. "You made it. Wouldn't miss it. This place is incredible." "Thank you. I'm so glad you." She stopped, looking past me with wide eyes. I turned. Elena stood in the entrance, scanning the crowd. She was wearing a red dress, the one I'd once told her looked stunning on her. "Did you invite her?" Amy asked. "No." Elena spotted me and made a beeline through the crowd. People moved aside, sensing the drama. "Ryan, we need to talk." "Elena, this isn't the place." "I don't care." She grabbed my arm. "I've been trying to reach you for weeks. You won't answer my calls. You blocked me everywhere. Because we're divorced. We have nothing to talk about." "We have everything to talk about." Tears were already forming in her eyes. "I made a mistake. A huge mistake. Derek meant nothing. I was confused. I was stupid. I took you for granted." "Yes, you did. So you understand? Ryan, we can fix this. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Therapy, counseling, anything you want." 2 years ago, I would have given anything to hear you say that. 2 years ago, I begged you to go to counseling and you refused. 2 years ago, when I suggested therapy, you said I was being dramatic. I know I messed up. Now," I continued, my voice calm, "now I don't care." She looked like I'd slapped her. "You don't mean that." "I do. Elena, I spent 2 years trying to save our marriage while you went out with other men and made me feel pathetic for caring. Now that I've moved on, you suddenly want to work on things? That's not love. That's you not being able to handle rejection. Amy stepped closer, gently touching my arm. Ryan, should I? Are you two together? Elena's voice was suddenly sharp, looking between us. I didn't answer. Neither did Amy. Elena's face crumpled. You're dating already? We've been divorced for what, a week? Our marriage ended 2 years ago, Elena. The divorce just made it official. I can't believe this. I can't believe you moved on so quickly. Quickly. My voice rose slightly. I spent 2 years being emotionally available while you had one foot out the door. Don't talk to me about moving on quickly. People were staring now. Amy touched my arm again. Ryan, maybe we should. Elena's eyes flashed. Oh, I see. She's why you left. You were cheating. Don't. My voice was hard. Don't you dare. I was faithful to you even when you clearly weren't to me. I tried to save our marriage while you were entertaining other men. You don't get to rewrite history. Elena started crying harder. Please, Ryan, please. I love you. I know I didn't show it, but I do. I can't lose you. You already did. You lost me 2 years ago when you stopped trying. You just didn't notice until I stopped chasing you. That's not fair. It's completely fair. Goodbye, Elena. Amy gently guided me away. Behind us, I heard Elena sobbing. Part of me, a very small part, felt guilty. But the rest of me felt nothing but relief. Outside, Amy squeezed my hand. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. She really thought you'd come running back. That's the problem. She thought I'd always be there, no matter how badly she treated me. Well, Amy smiled. She knows better now. Chapter 7. The Unraveling. A week later, I received a DM on Instagram from Vanessa. Ryan, I need to apologize. I encouraged Elena to keep her options open. I told her you'd always be waiting. I told her to date Derek to see what else was out there, because I thought you'd always be her backup plan. I was wrong. I was so wrong. She's a mess now. She's not eating, not sleeping, calls me crying every night. She says she dreams about you and wakes up crying. I know you don't care, but I thought you should know. She didn't realize what she had until you were gone. I'm sorry for my part in this. I read it twice, then closed the app without responding. The next day, I ran into Elena at a coffee shop near my apartment. She was with her mother, and she looked terrible. Dark circles under her eyes, hair unwashed and thrown into a messy bun, clothes hanging loose like she'd lost weight. She saw me at the same time I saw her. She froze, coffee cup halfway to her mouth. I ordered my usual and turned to leave. Elena's voice stopped me. I dream about you every night. I turned. Claire was glaring at me, but Elena just looked broken. I dream about you, she repeated. And then I wake up crying because you're gone, because I destroyed the best thing in my life. Elena! No, let me finish. Please. She stood up, shaking. I know I have no right to talk to you. I know I hurt you in ways I can't even comprehend. But I need you to know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I felt that strange calm I'd been feeling lately. Not angry, not sad, just neutral. I believe you're sorry. Hope flickered in her eyes. So maybe we can. But sorry doesn't fix this. Sorry doesn't undo 2 years of you making me feel worthless. Claire stood up. She made a mistake. Don't you believe in second chances? I looked at Claire directly. I gave her 730 chances. One for every day I begged her to love me back. I'm out of chances. Elena collapsed back into her chair, sobbing. I do love you. I know I didn't show it, but I do. I love you so much it hurts. No, Elena. You love that I'm not yours anymore. You love the chase you never had to do before. You love the idea of someone who loved you unconditionally. But you don't love me. You never did. That's not true. If it wasn't true, you would have treated me better when you had me. You would have gone to counseling when I asked. You would have come home when I was sitting alone on our anniversary. You would have told Derek to leave instead of keeping his jacket on your couch. She flinched at each point. You're right, she whispered. You're completely right. I was selfish and horrible, and I took you for granted because I thought you'd always be there. And now I'm not. And now I can't breathe without missing you. I can't function. I can't eat. I can't sleep. Everything reminds me of you and how badly I messed up. I felt nothing. Not satisfaction, not pity, just nothing. That's something you'll have to work through. But you'll work through it without me. Ryan, please. I did that for 2 years, Elena. I begged and pleaded and said please until the word lost all meaning. Now you know how it feels. I left with my coffee. Behind me, Elena's sobs grew louder, but I didn't look back. Claire called after me. You're heartless. I stopped and turned. No, Mrs. Peterson. I just ran out of heart to give to people who didn't want it. Chapter 8. Moving forward. 3 months post-divorce, my life was unrecognizable in the best way. The promotion had brought financial stability. I'd moved to a better apartment, started rock climbing as a hobby, and genuinely enjoyed my life. Sarah and I had been on a few dates. Nothing official yet, but we enjoyed each other's company. No pressure, no drama, just ease. You're different from anyone I've dated, Sarah told me over dinner one evening. Different how? Present. Like you're actually here, not distracted or hung up on someone else. I spent too long being hung up on someone who didn't care. I'm done with that. She smiled. Good. Lily called that weekend while I was at the gym. Elena asked about you again. Okay. Apparently she broke down at Michelle's wedding last week. They were announcing the married couple, and Elena just started crying. Michelle said it was uncomfortable. I'm sorry Michelle's wedding was disrupted, but that's not my problem. I know. I just thought you should know she's really struggling. Lily, I'm not responsible for her emotional well-being anymore. I tried to be for 2 years and she rejected every attempt. She has to figure herself out now. You're right. You sound good, though. Happy. I am happy. Marcus texted me later. Elena tried to call me asking if there's any way to reverse the divorce. I told her you can't unfry an egg. She didn't appreciate the metaphor. I laughed and sent back. Thanks for handling that. No problem. You coming to game night Friday? Definitely. That evening, Sarah and I were at a nice Italian restaurant when Elena appeared. My stomach dropped, but I kept my expression neutral. Elena looked better than the last time I'd seen her. She'd clearly made an effort. Hair done, makeup on, nice dress. But her eyes still had that haunted look. Ryan, can we talk? Just 5 minutes. Sarah squeezed my hand under the table. I'll wait outside, she said quietly. You don't have to. It's okay. She smiled at me, then left. Elena sat down across from me, uninvited. I understand now, she said without preamble. I understand what I lost. I was selfish and cruel. I thought you'd always be there, so I didn't appreciate you. I see now that you were the best thing in my life. I nodded slowly. You're right. I was. She looked hopeful. So, is there any chance? No. Her face fell. Why not? I've changed. I've been in therapy. I understand what I did wrong. I know what I want now. I leaned forward. Elena, you haven't changed. You just finally lost something you took for granted. That's not growth, that's consequence. That's not fair. It's completely fair. You don't miss me. You miss how I made you feel important. You miss having someone worship you while you did whatever you wanted. That's not true. It is. And that's okay. You're allowed to have learned your lesson. But I'm not required to be the one who teaches it to you anymore. Tears started falling. Please, Ryan. I'm begging you. I know how that feels now, to beg someone for love. I know how much it hurts. Then you understand why I can't go back. But I'm different now. You're not different. You're just desperate. And the moment I took you back, the moment you felt secure again, you'd go right back to how you were. Because you don't love me, Elena. You love the way I loved you. She sobbed openly now. That's cruel. It's honest. I stood up. I hope you find someone who makes you happy. But it's not going to be me. Goodbye, Elena. I walked out. Sarah was waiting by her car. That looked intense. It was. But I'm okay. She studied my face. You really are, aren't you? Yeah, I really am. Chapter 9. The Final Encounter. 6 months after the divorce, Lily got engaged. The engagement party was at a nice restaurant with about 50 people. I brought Sarah as my date. We'd made things official a month ago, and I was genuinely happy. Your sister seems great, Sarah said, watching Lily laugh with her fiancé Tom. She is. She's been my rock through all of this. She told me she's glad you found me. I kissed Sarah's temple. Me too. That's when I saw her. Elena walked in with a mutual friend, Jessica. Lily spotted her and immediately looked at me with apologetic eyes. I shook my head slightly. It's fine. Elena was with someone, a new guy I didn't recognize, but she looked empty, going through motions. Sarah noticed her too. That's Elena? Yeah. She keeps staring at you. Let her. I gave a toast during dinner, talking about Lily and Tom's relationship. I talked about real love, the kind where both people choose each other every day, where respect and effort are mutual, where you don't have to beg for affection or attention. I didn't look at Elena once, but I felt her eyes on me the entire time. Later, I stepped out onto the balcony for air. Of course, Elena followed. You look happy, she said quietly. I turned. She was alone. Her date was inside. I am happy. She swallowed hard. That's good. You deserve to be happy. Thanks. She's pretty. Sarah. She's more than pretty. She's kind and genuine and actually wants to be with me. Elena flinched. I deserved that. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just stating facts. She moved closer, wrapping her arms around herself. I want you to know I'm sorry. Not because I want you back. I know that's never going to happen, but because you deserved better than how I treated you. I was surprised by the sincerity. Thank you. I did deserve better. Does she make you happy? I looked through the glass doors at Sarah, who was laughing with Lily. She doesn't make me happy. I'm already happy. She just adds to it. That's the difference. Elena's eyes filled with tears. I wish I'd understood that when I had you. Me too. But you didn't, and that's something you'll have to carry. I've put it down. She nodded, wiping her eyes. I see you're getting promoted again. Lily mentioned it. Yeah. Senior architect position. That's amazing. You always wanted that. Turns out I could focus on my career when I wasn't spending all my energy trying to save a marriage that was already dead. She flinched again but didn't argue. You're different now. I'm who I was before I met you, just older and wiser. I miss that person, the person who fought for me. That person was killing himself trying to make you love him. I'm glad he's gone. We stood in silence for a moment. Inside, someone clinked a glass, and laughter rang out. I should go back, I said. Ryan. She stopped me with a hand on my arm. Do you ever think about what we could have been, if I'd just tried? I looked at her hand on my arm, then at her face. She looked genuinely broken, and part of me, the part that had loved her, felt sad for her. Sometimes. But then I remember all the nights I spent alone while you were out. All the times I begged you to care. All the ways you made me feel small. And I realize what we could have been doesn't matter, because you made your choice. I chose wrong. Yeah, you did. And now you have to live with that while I get to live my best life. That's not revenge, Elena. That's just how consequences work. She pulled her hand back, fresh tears falling. I'm trying to move on. I'm dating again, going to therapy, trying to be better. Good. You should. You should become the person who deserves love from someone who'll actually appreciate it. But that's your journey. I'm not part of it anymore. I know. She wiped her face. Goodbye, Ryan. For the first time in years, I didn't feel anger or pain when I looked at her. Just distant sympathy for someone who learned their lesson too late. Goodbye, Elena. She walked back inside, and I stood on the balcony for a few more minutes, breathing in the cool air. Sarah came out. You okay? Yeah, I really am. She wanted you back. I know. And I want to be here with you. Is that okay? She smiled and kissed me. That's more than okay. We went back inside together. Elena left shortly after, and I didn't watch her go. Chapter 10. Full circle. 1 year after the divorce, I was the best version of myself I'd ever been. Sarah and I moved in together. We talked about marriage, eventually. No rush. We were building something real, something equal. Marcus was getting married and asked me to be his best man. "Look at you," he said over beers at his bachelor party. "From rock bottom to the top of the world." I wouldn't say top of the world. Dude, you got promoted twice. You're in the best shape of your life. You have an amazing girlfriend who actually treats you well. That's pretty top of the world. He wasn't wrong. Lily pulled me aside at Marcus's wedding. Elena moved. Okay. She moved to Seattle. Her friend mentioned she couldn't handle seeing you happy. Apparently, she posts sad quotes on social media constantly. I shrugged. That's her choice. You really don't care at all? I care in the sense that I don't wish her harm. I hope she finds happiness. But no, her emotional state isn't my responsibility anymore. Good. Lily hugged me. I'm proud of you, big brother. That evening, I was at the gym when I got a message request on Instagram. Elena, I know you've moved on, but I haven't. I can't. You were the one, Ryan. You were the love of my life, and I destroyed it. I destroyed us. I see your pictures with Sarah, and I know I have no right to be jealous, but I am. I'm so jealous it physically hurts. I know you won't respond to this. I know I burned that bridge. But I needed you to know you were right about everything. I didn't love you the way you deserved. I took you for granted. I was selfish and cruel. And now I'm paying for it every single day. I see you thriving without me, and I'm happy for you. But I'm also devastated because I could have had that. We could have had that. But I threw it away. I'm so sorry, Ryan. I'm sorrier than I'll ever be able to express. I hope Sarah knows how lucky she is. I hope you're genuinely happy. You deserve it. You always did. I read the first few lines, then deleted the message request without finishing it. I didn't block her. I just didn't care enough to engage. Sarah came over that evening with Thai food. You're quiet, she said, noticing my mood. Elena messaged me. She tensed slightly. What did she say? I don't know. I didn't read it all. You deleted it? Yeah. She studied my face. Do you ever think about her? I considered the question honestly. Sometimes, but not in the way you might think. What do you mean? I think about who I was when I was with her. Desperate, small, always begging for scraps of attention. And I'm grateful she pushed me away, because I never would have left on my own. She did me a favor. Sarah smiled. Her loss is definitely my gain. I pulled her closer. Our gain. Later that night, I was on our apartment balcony, looking at the city lights, when something clicked. I spent 2 years chasing someone who didn't want me, thinking that was love. That if I just tried hard enough, sacrificed enough, loved enough, she'd eventually love me back. But that wasn't love. That was self-destruction. Real love, what I had with Sarah, was mutual. It was respect. It was showing up for someone who showed up for you. Elena taught me what love wasn't. And in a twisted way, that was the most valuable lesson she could have given me. I deleted her number a year ago, thrown away the wedding photos, closed that chapter completely. She only wanted me when I became unavailable, when I had value she couldn't access. But by then, I'd already become someone who knew his worth. Someone who would never again settle for being someone's backup plan or emotional safety net. The irony was beautiful. She had me when I was at my best. Devoted, loving, willing to fight for us. And she destroyed it. Now she wanted me back. But I was no longer available. Not because I was bitter, but because I was busy being happy with someone who chose me from the start. Someone who didn't need to lose me to appreciate me. And that, more than any revenge I could have planned, was the sweetest justice of all. Sarah slid the balcony door open. Coming to bed? I took one last look at the city, at this life I'd built from the ashes of my broken marriage. Yeah, I'm coming. I walked inside, closed the door behind me, and didn't look back.